Chart performance doesn't always tell the whole story. Some songs can spend a short time at the top of the charts, but go on to become legendary hits. In this video, we'll look at 10 huge hits that only spent 1 week in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. Skyfall by Adele. When Adele released Skyfall in 2012 as a theme song from the James Bond film of the same name, it was instantly one of the biggest songs made for a movie. It debuted strongly and reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, but surprisingly spent only 1 week in the top 10. Overall, it spent 20 weeks on the chart. The song was a massive cultural and critical success, winning everything from an Academy Award, a Golden Globe to a Grammy. It also went on to become a classic from that era. Skyfall has now stood the test of time, as it has crossed 1 billion streams on Spotify, a rare milestone for a movie soundtrack ballad. Though it did not dominate the Hot 100 for long, it did well in the UK, peaking at number 2. It was never meant to be a typical pop hit, but it has transcended trends to become a timeless hit. Heart Attack by Demi Lovato. Heart Attack was a career-defining moment for Demi Lovato when it was released in early 2013. The electropop anthem debuted strong and peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it spent just 1 week in the top 10. Despite its brief time at the top, Heart Attack became Demi's signature hit, thanks to her powerful vocals and explosive chorus. The song's long-term performance tells a different story than the charts did at the time. Over the years, Heart Attack has slowly accumulated more than 1 billion Spotify streams. Its resurgence in popularity on social media platforms like TikTok and in nostalgic playlists has only added to its staying power. It has now been certified 5 times platinum by the RIAA. The song introduced a more mature and intense vocal delivery for Demi that would carry on into her later work. The song's performance is proof that sometimes a single doesn't need a lot of time at the top of the charts to become a career-defining hit. Call Out My Name by The Weeknd. Released in 2018 as the lead single from the EP My Dear Melancholy, Call Out My Name is one of The Weeknd's most emotionally raw and vocally intense songs. It debuted and peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, spending only 1 week in the top 10 before descending the chart. While that might suggest limited commercial momentum, the song's moody confessional tone quickly turned it into a fan favorite and one of the most streamed songs of his entire career. With over 2.1 billion streams on Spotify, Call Out My Name is now among The Weeknd's most successful songs, even outperforming some of his higher charting singles. Its massive streaming success can be attributed to the stripped-back production and dark lyrics, which were widely believed to be about his failed relationship with Selena Gomez. The song taps into pure pain, and you feel it even from the first time you hear it. More than just a 1-week wonder, Call Out My Name has gone on to be a huge success, as it is one of the most powerful post-breakup anthems of the decade. Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. Despite only spending 1 week in the Billboard Hot 100's top 10, Olivia Rodrigo's Traitor became one of her most streamed songs. Released in 2021 as part of her debut album Sour, the ballad became a fan favorite thanks to its storytelling, soft production, and Olivia's emotional vocal delivery. While it wasn't even supposed to be a single at first, Traitor quickly gained momentum through TikTok. Chart-wise, it debuted at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, spending just 1 week in the top 10, before sliding down slowly, spending 25 total weeks on the chart. It did not benefit from heavy radio play the way Driver's License or Good For You did, but that didn't stop the song from finding massive success. Its nearly 2 billion streams on Spotify makes it one of the most played songs of the decade, far surpassing many tracks that charted higher longer. It has become a go-to breakup anthem for this generation, as its legacy has far outpaced its chart performance. Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. Harry Styles' debut solo single Sign of the Times was the start of a new chapter after he left One Direction, drawing inspiration from glam rock and 70s piano ballads. Released in 2017, it showed his ambition to be taken seriously as a solo artist. While it debuted at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, it only managed to stay in the top 10 for a single week, quickly overshadowed by faster-moving pop hits at the time. But in the years since, it has aged very well. The song has accumulated over 1.8 billion Spotify streams, cementing it as a cornerstone of Harry's solo catalog. It was critically acclaimed, even earning a spot in several best songs of the 2010s lists. It laid the foundation for the following albums Fine Line and Harry's House, which established Harry as a pop superstar. Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. Released in late 2002, Avril Lavigne's Skater Boy is now considered a pop-punk classic and one of the most recognizable hits from the early 2000s. But surprisingly, the song only peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and spent just 1 week in the top 10. It was outpaced by more radio-friendly hip-hop and pop tracks of the time, and while it ruled MTV, its chart life didn't reflect its long-term influence. Over the past 2 decades, Skater Boy has become a nostalgic anthem of teen rebellion, with over 715 million Spotify streams and continued relevance on throwback playlists. The song's impact has gone way beyond its chart performance. It also helped solidify Avril's image as pop-punk's first mainstream princess, influencing a generation of alternative female artists. Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Released in 2003 in the UK and early 2004 in the US, The Killers' Mr. Brightside only reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 1 week in June 2005. That peak came over a year after its initial US release, making its eventual chart breakthrough even more unusual. Despite its brief top 10 presence, it has become one of the most streamed, sung, and beloved alternative rock songs of the 21st century. As of 2025, it has accumulated close to 2.7 billion Spotify streams, placing it among the most streamed rock songs ever. Its slow-burning success shows its underlying popularity in bars, sporting events, and karaoke nights around the world. In the UK, the song holds an even stronger record. It has spent over 400 weeks on the UK singles chart, the longest running chart stay for any song in history. Though the Billboard Hot 100 failed to reflect this long-term cultural impact, Mr. Brightside has transcended its chart performance and became an old-time classic. Fiend by Travis Scott featuring Playboi Carti. Fiend debuted on Travis Scott's long-awaited 2023 album Utopia, a project that dominated the charts when it was released. The song, featuring Playboi Carti, peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 for just 1 week, despite being the most replayed song from the album. While its chart peak was short-lived, its cultural impact has been massive. With over 1.3 billion Spotify streams to date, Fiend quickly became one of the most played hip-hop songs of last year. Driven by the hype beat, it became a viral phenomenon after Travis started performing it on his live shows over and over again. It was also the theme song for WrestleMania this year. Its high energy made it a certified mosh pit anthem, despite spending only 1 week in the top 10. Rab God by Eminem. Eminem's Rab God was released in October 2013 as a single from the Marshall Mathers LP2, with its record-breaking verse astonishing fans around the world. It peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, but spent just 1 week in the top 10, a surprising stat considering its now legendary status. As of 2025, the song has surpassed 1.2 billion Spotify streams, placing it among the most streamed rap songs of the early 2010s, proving its longevity far outlasted its short chart peak. The song's defining moment is Eminem's supersonic verse, clocking in at a staggering 6.46 words per second during the fastest part. It entered the Guinness World Records as the song with the most words in a hit single, with 1,560 words. Its virality wasn't driven by radio, but rather by YouTube videos and reaction content. Over a decade later, new fans still discover the song, and it continues to be the benchmark for fast rap. 6 Foot 7 Foot by Lil Wayne featuring Corey Gunz. Released in December 2010, 6 Foot 7 Foot marked Lil Wayne's return to rap after his stint in prison, and it did so with explosive energy, featuring immaculate verses and a hypnotic sample of Harry Belafonte's Day-O. The song showed that Wayne was doing nothing but writing when he was locked up after being released as a single from the Carter 4. The song debuted at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, but shockingly spent just 1 week in the top 10. Still, over time, it has become one of Lil Wayne's most played songs, with over 570 million streams on Spotify. The song was a lyrical flex of bars from Wayne, showcasing clever metaphors and witty lyrics. It is one of his best songs. I mean, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Iconic. Corey Gunz's verse was not bad either. 6 Foot 7 Foot was praised as a return to form from Wayne, following the disaster that was the Rebirth album. Though radio didn't play the song that much, it has become one of the most legendary rap songs from that era. Which hits that only spent 1 week in the top 10 did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.